Hello and welcome to The ReMix, a mix of lifestyle, entertainment, and community stories. I'm Paula Eben. A Texas filmmaker is creating the ultimate mashup. He's resurrecting silent cinema and presenting it to audiences with a new twist. As Lisa Hughes shows us, it's called Silence Synced, and you'll be able to catch it this October at theaters here in Boston.
This is author, entrepreneur, and filmmaker Josh Frank's version of Nosferatu. The movie was made in 1922, part of the German Expressionist movement. Revered in film schools, but not widely recognized by audiences today. Frank wants to change that.
I always had a fascination with, is there something that could be done with these great silent films that people just don't watch anymore regularly? How can I make that exciting, and how can I do it independently?
The F.W. Murnau classic now has amped up visuals and a full soundtrack. Radiohead albums Kid A and Amnesiac.
Towards the end of the pandemic, I was, messing around with silent movies. And of course, I had my headphones on as a Gen Xer. I'm listening to alt rock. And I'm like, wow, some of these songs really work well with these great classics. Nosferatu is the exact same length as the sort of quasi-double album, Amnesiac and Kid A from Radiohead. Was sort of blown away by how the music enhanced the narrative and how the images enhanced the music, creating like a whole new, excitement.
The idea also inspired by pre-internet uses of classic rock, like a Pink Floyd laser show or Dark Side of the Moon matching up with The Wizard of Oz.
Get back. The idea of sort of these subversive underground pairings that got the cool kids to go out at night.
Frank also owns a small drive-in theater in Austin, Texas called the Blue Starlight, which holds up to 30 cars per showing. Much of this was also done as a way to give struggling independent cinemas something that sets them apart. And Frank hopes moviegoers will be just as in sync with the vibe of this project as he was.
As the ship's coming in to port with Nosferatu having the national anthem from Kid A plays, is very powerful the way it connects. When I first did it in my little workroom at my home, I got goosebumps watching that. And I was like, I cannot wait to be sitting in a theater and get those goosebumps again and know that some of my audience is getting it too.
In time for Halloween, Nosferatu will be out in 150 movie theaters in the weeks to come, including several in the Boston area. And the next silent movie on Josh Frank's list is Buster Keaton's Sherlock Jr. That will be paired up with REM songs from their Monster and New Adventures in Hi-Fi albums. That will be out in February 2025. Lisa Hughes, WBZ News.
Fall is in full swing, and what better way to celebrate than with a little food, fun, and festival. Chris Tanaka talks about everything going on this weekend at High Street Place in Boston.
Joining us now, Lauren Johnson, once again from High Street Place. We had all the fall feels like smack us in the face. The rain was not good this past weekend, but Fall Fest is a good thing. We've got a whole bunch of stuff here. Stuff for the adults, stuff for families. Let's start with the families. What do we have?
Excellent. So High Street Place wanted to make sure that we had an event good for everybody. So we're starting off the day with a fun balloon magic show with our friend Jungle Jim. He's made it Harry Potter themed this year. So we love Harry Potter in the fall. I feel like it's the perfect fit.
Yeah.
And we're going to be following that up with some really fun crafting events for the kiddos. They'll have some things to make throughout the hall. So it's going to be a lot of fun for everyone.
I love it. You think food, obviously, because of all the great options, but blending in the activities keeps the kids from just like consuming way too much sugar.
Exactly, yeah.
And of course, the adults need to consume some stuff as well, and we want to make this well-rounded. So there's a lot of good stuff happening, especially in the evening.
Yeah. So throughout the day, we're going to have our beer garden outside on the patio. That's featured from our Alewives tap room. They have some really fun brews that they'll be featuring outside. And then we have some really great food offerings. I find High Street Place is the best place for groups. You could all get together, different budgets, different dietary preferences.
Totally.
Lots of things for sharing. We have our 2.5 foot long pizzas here from Tenderonis. Really great salads from Charming Gardener. They're all farm to table, really fresh, really seasonal.
Yeah, I love a good salad when it's got a personality to it, and it's not just kind of like chef salad.
Right.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, these are packed
fantastic.
with
All right, so these are just some of the options that you're walking me through here. What else can people expect when they come downtown? And, you know, you're in amongst the high buildings, but when you enter inside, different feel.
Yeah, it really feels like a city street. So if you're out on the patio or if you're hanging out with us inside, it feels like you're out in the street. So we love High Street Place for that. We have a lot of really fun activities for everybody throughout the day. We kick off with an awesome band at 3 o'clock.
Oh, cool.
Soul, funk, really high energy. So you maybe bring your dancing shoes for that. That's Neff Rock and Sonia Ray Taylor. Followed by DJ J-Wall, who's our resident DJ. He'll be spinning in the evening, followed by Bobby Bangers.
Okay, so you've got bands, you've got crafts, you got food, you have drink. How do we attend?
Oh, that's easy. Just come on down and see us at High Street Place.
Yeah.
We're at 100 High Street in downtown Boston, really close to the Red Line or the commuter rail at South Station. And we have free parking on Saturdays, so just spend $15 and you could get your parking validated with us.
Oh my gosh, so all of that, and you don't need to like pre-register or do anything?
No, just come on down, and if you're going to the Children's Museum or checking out some other activities throughout the day, make High Street Place a stop on your list.
Okay, Fall Fest is going to be awesome, but this is just like the kickoff, really, of a really busy fall season. So what are some of the other events you have down the line?
Yeah, so Fall Fest really kicks off our holiday festive season.
Yeah.
So we have a really fun collaborative event with Boston Moms. That's going to be on October 19th, and actually tickets drop for that this week. So moms, be on the lookout for that. You're going to want a babysitter on October 19th. Mummy's Night Out. And then followed by our kids' Halloween event on the 26th. And then holiday markets, you name it.
Yeah,
lots of things going on.
absolutely. Oh my gosh, it is like, I love summer, but fall has a special place, especially leading up to Halloween.
Totally.
Oh my
we
gosh.
love it.
All right, Lauren Johnson, once again from High Street Place. Thanks for detailing all this stuff and bringing in all of this great stuff.
Thank you so much.
All right.
When we come back on The ReMix, expanding a community that helps mothers cope with all their challenges and celebrates their victories. The creator of Boston Moms joins us at the new way she's helping women across the city. She's a huge influencer in the city, and now the owner of Boston Moms is expanding her community. Brianna Pitt sat down with Meghan Block to discuss Mombership.
Well, joining us now, we have Meghan Block, the CEO of Boston Moms. Meghan, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
We love having you here. You have created this incredible online community with Boston Moms. You are taking it a step farther now, okay? You are rolling out the Mombership, and I love this. You call this the sisterhood of motherhood. And that just really hits. So I want to start with kind of the inspiration, why you wanted to do this, because I know part of it was your personal experience being a new mom.
Yeah, so I feel like, first of all, Boston Moms has just grown beyond our wildest dreams. So we're reaching millions of people. We have our signature events. We're connecting with moms online and off, and we kept hearing that moms wanted more. And so we wanted to be able to offer the moms who want more, while still maintaining bostonmoms.com for what it already is, which is a free resource for local parents. That will stay the same. So I think that's one thing I want to kind of put out into the universe, that Boston Moms, as you know it, is staying the complete same. The Mombership is in addition to that.
Sure.
So the Mombership kind of was born of this idea that motherhood is really isolating and really lonely. But the truth is, we're all walking through similar phases of motherhood at the same time, and there's always somebody who's going through something similar to you. You just have to find her. And moms need other moms. Like, we are better mothers when we mother together. And the Mombership is going to take some of the pressure off of creating friendships and motherhood for local moms.
It's really hard. We were saying to like walk up to someone at a playground, right? And be like, hi, want to be friends?
Yeah, and it's like, that's actually, I am a public person and somebody I think who is relatively extroverted, and that is not my nature. Like, I'm not a person who would go up to another mom at a playground or who would easily introduce myself even at preschool. And so I felt like what moms need is to take the pressure off of friendship. And so that's what the Mombership is going to deliver. We're going to have all of our Mombers have access to an online community, which is like a safe space, heavily moderated and curated off of the typical social media platforms, where they can ask questions and get to know each other online. And then we're going to have 4 events each month created for moms.
What kind of events?
We're so excited about this. So understanding that moms, there's typically a barrier to getting together, childcare, cost, things like that. The Mombership includes 4 events in your Mombership. 2 of those are virtual. One that's very casual, like a virtual coffee meetup or like happy hour, just to kind of get to know each other and be with familiar or new faces online. One is a virtual learning experience. So that might be, we're going to have the ladies at Boston Naps do some virtual learning for us. Yeah. So like having an expert in the field or learning a new skill. So in October, we actually have a virtual watercolor class.
Oh, wow.
That's free. So moms can get materials if they want to. They can join the class just to learn, but that's a free experience for them to be together with other moms. So 2 virtual, you don't have to have any childcare for them. 1 event will be in person and free, and your children are welcome to that. So in October, we're doing a park meetup in Needham, and Montilio's is actually bringing us all pizza.
Oh, yummy.
Yes, so Montilio's knows, like, get the moms together, feed the moms and kids.
We need pizza.
Yeah, so we're doing a park meetup that's free for Mombers and their children. And then in December, we're doing a Beacon Hill hot chocolate walk to see the lights.
Oh, how
so
fun.
Like, you can like bring your stroller and just be together with other moms. So those are some of the free experiences. And then each month we'll have a ticketed, elevated experience too for moms who want more offered to the Mombership, but in addition to what they've already paid. So a more elevated experience like a dinner out or trying a new fitness class together, and they would purchase a ticket for that if they so choose. And those would be small, more intimate events of like 20 people.
Yeah, so a good mix of curated events, things you can do at home, but things you can kind of get out of the house and do with friends. Moms also get one of these fun little bags. Tell us about these.
Yes, so I love this. I am, gift giving is my love language. So I love to give a gift. This is in the Mombership print. So the Mombership is actually, the little logo here is a bee for the mom hive that we're creating. So everybody gets a custom card from me. So I love to write handwritten notes. So you get a note from me because joining the Mombership, it really impacts my life and my business. And I want to translate that to a written card. We don't get cards anymore.
I know. Well, I know. I feel like I don't like my handwriting. I don't like to do it.
So I love my handwriting, so I'm happy to write a card. We also have these little eye patches because what mom doesn't need a little fake rest.
Yep.
We have a honey lip balm. So this is Moroccan Magic, is actually a local company that I love. This is purchased by me and known and loved. Honey lip balm. And then we have these magnets that sort of this little incognito. It says, scan this for mom friends. And if you scan this QR code, you go right to our online community. So I'm thinking like you keep this on your fridge and you can't really tell from far away that it has words on it.
Yeah.
But if it catches your eye and you're thinking like today was just a really hard day and I just need somebody outside of my circle to talk to, you can scan it and get right to your mom community. So yeah.
Lovely. Such a nice touch. Why is it so important to have sort of this community, and how does it impact a mom's mental health to have other people around her and have that village?
I think moms and women in general just need one other safe person, one person who you can go to that you're not going to be judged and you're not going to have to put on a face for. And that's really how I've built Boston Moms in general, is to have this almost unfiltered community of where we're very real. Like I show up online every single day exactly how I am. And what you see is what you get. And that has created this like very open-handed and giving experience. And we want to amplify that through the Mombership and through growing Boston Moms in general, because we know when you have that lifeline, you have one person who sees the real you. In this case, we're hoping that we're creating a community that really celebrates you in whatever stage of motherhood you're at and allows you to come as you are and get what you need. The other piece is that for me, there's not a lot out there that serves mom specifically. It's oftentimes serving the family or the child, and mom kind of tags along. So everything that we're creating on Boston Moms and in the Mombership is thinking about, what does mom need? What is she craving? What is going to serve her? Oftentimes that's going to benefit her family too, but we want her to feel seen, supported, and loved. And if that's like the mark on the world that I get to make, I'll be so happy.
Oh, Meghan Block, CEO of Boston Moms. You are incredible. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And coming up, a live performance of Magic Dance. The 80s movie classic Labyrinth is coming back to theaters with a live concert. Why the creator says it'll be like seeing it for the very first time. An 80s movie classic with a David Bowie soundtrack is ready to be enjoyed live in concert. Jim Henson's The Labyrinth will be shown at theaters across the country, backed by a live band. New England fans can catch the presentation in Concord, New Hampshire, at the Capitol Center for the Arts this weekend, and at the Chevalier Theater in Medford next Wednesday. John Kinsner of Black Ink Presents is behind this effort and says you could have seen the film 20 times before, but not like this.
So many of us that grew up with this film grew up watching it at home on VHS or on streaming. And the audio systems in those TVs, especially in the late 80s and early 90s, just weren't that good. And so we knew that we loved these songs. The soundtrack is phenomenal. But when you get to hear it live, when it's live players, and when we have David's vocal up mixed to match the intensity and the volume and the depth of that live music being played on stage, it's absolutely stunning.
John says his favorite scenes are the masquerade party and when Sarah, the main character, arrives at Goblin City. Still to come on the ReMix, giving a voice to those who may not have one. The Walpole organization bringing the community together and their mission, how you can get involved in Be Inclusive. A Walpole nonprofit is trying to lift the voices of the underrepresented and marginalized communities. And there's a documentary now that shows off all the great work they're doing. Jordan Jaggelinser sat down with organization leaders to talk about their mission.
Joining me now are Shantae Holmes, Kristen Kohlmeyer, and Shweta Singh from the nonprofit Be Inclusive, located in Walpole. Thank you all so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having us.
That was perfectly in sync. Tell us about the organization that works to lift the voices of the underrepresented in the community of Walpole. This is so great.
Thank you. So we started the organization officially in 2021, and since then we've been working to create spaces for people who historically don't have a space, specifically in the town of Walpole, to start. We've been hosting community events and also running the Multicultural Books Initiative, which donates books to the schools in Walpole, and we are also working on continuing all of these events and expanding hopefully in the future.
And now the organization is led by two women, correct? So can you talk about how important that message is to the community of showing what women can really do and the powerful positions they can be in?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it took one idea, and Kristen and I started together. We collaborated, and we were both passionate. So one thing I would like to tell young girls is to always remember, if you have an idea or a passion or something that you are really interested in doing, it just takes that, and just other people will join you, and the work will continue and grow just as it's done for us.
And so, Kristen, how does it feel like for you seeing this, or yourself really be a representation for young women in the community of Walpole?
Yeah, I mean, as Shantae said, it's been really inspiring to be able to work together with her to create this organization. And we really just had this small idea that grew into this much bigger plan and organization and got us to where we are today. And we really just want folks to know that that's all it takes. You know, you can make big change by just taking one small step.
Shweta, maybe you can tell us, our viewers at home, about some of the programs that you guys offer.
Yeah, so we have 5 programs that we run throughout the year, starting with the Diwali in November. There is a hair care drive that we do in February. And then we have Juneteenth, Pride, and Holy event. So those are the 5 years we run throughout the year. And on the educational side, we have the MBI, Multicultural Book Initiative, where we collaborate with the schools. We donate the books to teach the kids about the different cultures. So those are the programs we have throughout the year.
That's wonderful and really exciting. This isn't your first TV experience. Recently, a former Walpole High School student produced a documentary about Be Inclusive. How did that come about?
So we met Kieran Stover, who was at the time a Walpole senior, and he was really interested in doing a documentary. He is passionate about filmmaking, and we really wanted to offer this opportunity for him and allow us to showcase and to market a little bit about what we're doing. So he reached out. He did the documentary last year now, I think, and it took a lot of collaboration with the community and getting kids together, and it was great. It's great. It's really amazing. He did an amazing job, and we look forward to showing that to everyone.
Oh, thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. It was amazing learning more about Be Inclusive. For our viewers at home that do want to get involved, you told us about some of the information, but any events that are coming up really soon that they can maybe get involved with?
Yep, we have our Diwali event coming up. That will be November 2nd. So we're in the process of planning for that event now. So if folks want to help us with the planning process or just come the day of and support the event, that's great. We will be putting tickets out for people to join the event and celebrate with us. So we look forward to seeing many people there that day.
Yeah, and just to add, like as a volunteer experience, right, there are opportunities just to, help with the small stuff or even lead the event. So I'm leading the Diwali event, and Christine and Shante help with any help you need to lead the event. And you can just come the day off, like Christine said. So there is an opportunity for everyone. So please do reach out to us if you're willing to help and get involved.
And as you mentioned earlier, lots of different events. So if people can't come in November, there's so much to look forward to. Shante Holmes, Kristen Kohlmeyer, and Shweta Singh, thank you all so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you November 2nd.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on The Remix. We'll be back next week with more community, entertainment, and lifestyle stories.